Hello and hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hey, do you guys use toilet paper to blow your nose up there in Germany? Serious question. How are you doing? Today I'm going to react to everything you need to see in Cologne, Germany. Tune in next week for everything you need to see in Perfume, Germany. Anyway, it's by Max and Sydney. Check out their channel, link down below. I'm very interested. You know, I've heard a lot about the city of Cologne, and yet I don't know anything about it. It's kind of an oxymoron, huh? Let's watch. Oh, okay, that's where that cathedral is. Okay, I knew that.
These right here are the most valuable things we own right now.
The bond card. The bond card.
These are the tickets to our bags,
Oh.
Tickets to our lives
tickets to everything.
that we own.
I thought it would be the train card. You know, I thought that's like, you know, you got to get the train card if you're in Germany.
So as soon as you walk out of the Cologne main train station, you walk right into this beauty, this Gothic cathedral known.
I'm a little bit distracted just thinking about that bag thing still, just that machine. Look at this thing. What on earth?
Right now. These are the tickets
What the
to our bags.
What is going on here? They're putting their luggage inside there, and it just disappears, huh? And I guess it's just there waiting for you. You put your ticket in at a machine like this when you depart the train, and you get your bag back? That is pretty cool.
The dome or the Cologne Cathedral. Look at this
Okay, the cathedral. Yes.
cathedral.
Holy shoot. Look at that thing.
This is actually the largest or the tallest cathedral in the world. It's truly
God. How long did that take to
amazing that when you're coming into the city via train, this is literally the first thing you see. What an amazing introduction to the city.
The facade on this cathedral is so unique. It's almost like it looks burnt, but it's like covered in this black, I don't know, it almost looks like soot. It's so unique. I haven't seen anything like this.
It is really scary. I mean, that's the truth. And there's a lot of stuff like that in Germany as far as like the aesthetic of Germany. Y'all kind of like creepy stuff. This is kind of next level. I mean, it's creepy. I've never seen something so beautiful, but also creepy and impressive.
Definitely very imposing, very striking. It just kind of stands out over everything else around here. And it was heavily bombed in World War II and then also had a few instances with fires. So I would assume that's why it still kind of looks like that a little bit.
So it had to be rebuilt?
But it also just might be the way it was designed too, because it has been rebuilt and rebuilt and rebuilt so many different times. But it's truly incredible just to think of like how much it's been through and for it to still be standing here and still be so striking and imposing. It's kind of inspiring. Like it's literally unbreakable, and it's been the symbol of Cologne for so long. And
that should be a war crime itself to bomb that thing. That thing is beautiful.
Through so many different things, World War II absolutely decimated this city. So it's really, really nice to see it flourishing now.
Now we've seen a lot of churches on this trip so far, but we haven't really gone into many. So I don't know if we can pass this up. We have to go in.
Yeah, we have to check out the interior. A lot of times it's closed, and a lot of times, especially with COVID and everything, we've been running into that, but it looks like they're letting people in, so let's go check it out.
Oh my God.
So cold.
Crap. This is what we used to build, folks, before iPhones. Now people only build stuff like this in Minecraft.
The size of the church is actually more impressive on the inside than the outside, even though like when you look at it you can see how tall it is. Like when you see how wide it is too. I mean, this is just a gigantic structure.
All four corners of the church are just full of these windows with
Stained glass.
stained glass
Oh my gosh.
paintings. They're so beautiful.
Between St. Paul's Cathedral in London, St. Patrick's in New York, and then the one in Milan, This might be the most impressive just because of the sheer size of it, and then the stained glass windows are so incredible. That is truly one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in. So as we're walking over to the Altstadt, I just want to talk a little bit about train travel here in Germany, because it is definitely one of the better countries we've been to as far as train travel. The actual trains themselves are very clean, very on time, always actually.
Always on time.
Always on time. I feel like that contradicts a lot of complaints I've seen online. But hey, it's all relative, isn't it? It's all relative. Like, they're probably really on time, but compared to other countries, but Germans have very high expectations, huh? I think I'm gonna skip through some of the video just to hear, you know, the main thing, to see the main things you need to see. If you need to, or if you want to, you know, watch their video in full, of course, link down below. Go check out their channel. I encourage you to. But let's see what the next thing is.
So we are in the Altstadt, or the old town of Cologne right now, and we're gonna go see the Gross St. Martin's Church. It's not gross, it's gross, like big in German. This is so cool though. It's like all cobblestone streets. It's right by the river, and all of the streets are so narrow. It's all just restaurants and bars. So I know we just entered the Altstadt, but so
it is kind of a foreign concept to me as an American to even have like these streets and stuff that aren't meant for cars. It's just meant for walking. That's a bit bizarre. Like, city blocks here in America are all designed for cars to go through them. And, you know, they're square, and all the business entrances are on that edge facing the road. So that's just interesting. Now, where's this church? Let's see it.
They've got like 5 or 6 levels. I want to move in.
There's the beautiful backdrop. We got the picture finally. That was well worth it.
Okay, I didn't realize that this on their list is the old town. It's not the church. He said they were going to see the church, but the must-see thing is this old town that they're talking about.
These are the cutest houses I've seen. They're so narrow. They've got like 5 or 6 levels.
I mean, what's kind of funny is I didn't realize this is, you know, this just looks like Germany to me. I wouldn't know, oh, this is Old Town.
So we just stopped at Zoom Prince's Brauhaus to have my first Kolsch. One of the most unique aspects of this region of the country is the fierce competition between Cologne and Dusseldorf when it comes to beer. Both of these cities have their own style of beer. We tried Alt in Dusseldorf. This one here is the Goffel.
I say you guys just come together, unite in your superiority to American beer, because I'm sure it's at least better than, like, you know, the light beer in America, which I say as someone who only drinks light beer. I just think it's funny. You know, I just know that light beer like Bud Light and stuff is barely even considered beer to other countries.
Kolsch, and right off the bat, I'm loving this color. I'm usually a Pilsner lager type girl, so I have high expectations for this.
So what is this? Oh, it's the beer.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, this is just my type of beer, you know? It's very light, it's got a good bite. It's
You know what? Maybe I would like this one.
not very overpowerful with the afterbite. It's just very smooth.
It actually sounds great based on our description.
Time we were in Dusseldorf, walking around, looking at the different beers that all these different places had to offer, a lot of them being breweries, especially in the Altstadt too. It was Alt and only Alt. We did not see really any Kolsch besides like a little bit outside of the city, but in Dusseldorf they're very proud of the fact that this style of beer is what they serve. It's a little bit darker and a little bit heavier than Kolsch, but here in Cologne it's the exact opposite. Everywhere.
So I'm a Cologne type of beer, man. Come at me, Dusseldorf. I think I could actually do it. I could drink some Cologne beer. It would be funnier to see me drink that dark stuff from Dusseldorf, which I will have to do. I mean, I got to figure out where I can get my hand on some German beer around here.
Where you go.
I'm going to go ahead to the next one.
Cologne, Germany, they said, isn't Cologne in France? That just seems to be what everyone thinks.
If you ordered Alt here, you'd probably would be asked to leave.
A few people that I've told I'm going.
You'd be asked to leave. There's not really any kind of thing to compare that to, I feel like, over here in America. It's actually kind of surprising. The beer, I mean, every region you go to in America has its own local breweries and stuff, and there's all these, like, micro breweries, and I don't know. There is actually a lot of that beer culture over here in America. I don't participate in it. But the entire country loves Bud Light and Corona and stuff like that. There's not like some debate going on in America. It's the one thing we're united about. We all like, well, Bud Light now is actually, I don't know if you've seen the news, but you know, now that's like controversial, almost, sort of. Not really, but it sort of is. I myself like the Corona Premier.
Going to Cologne, Cologne, Germany. They said, "Isn't Cologne in France?" That just seems to be what everyone thinks, and it's probably
That does sound like the name sounds French.
because of the product Eau de Cologne, or male perfume. Well,
I just feel like the name Cologne. 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 How would French say it? Cologne. I don't know.
guess what? That actually does come from here. That does come from Cologne, Germany. Cologne has been part of France and part of Germany. The French-German border has been changed a lot throughout the years. Obviously, there's been a lot of
Cologne has that's a perfume, isn't it? Isn't that kind of ironic? They make a perfume called cologne.
fighting between the two countries.
I mean, maybe you don't know over here in America at least. Cologne is for men, perfume's for women. I think that's like the only difference. They're basically the same thing, just cologne is for men.
There are several famous chocolate companies that are based here in Germany. We've got Milka and Rittersport, all fabulous types of chocolatiers. I know Belgium and Switzerland are typically what people think about when they think about chocolate, but here in Germany, there's tremendous chocolate right here. The museum here is sponsored by Lindt.
I would love to try that.
As you can see, there's a chocolate Easter bunny because it's close to Easter.
Oh yeah, there he is.
So I think it should be quite festive and
Now I gotta keep my eye out. Where's De Mouse?
quite fun.
Bent wax.
Hot off the press.
Oh, is it Lindell? Is that what that said? Enhance.
Hot off the
Lindell. That's good chocolate. I've had that. That's a German brand? Lindell. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Oh, Lint. Why? I've always called it Lint or Lindell. That's a T? Ooh. That actually sounds more German with the T. How do you pronounce it? Lind. Is it a German brand? Oh, it's Swiss.
press. Milk chocolate.
It is good. That's like the expensive chocolate here. You know, compared to like Hershey's. Whoa. This place is awesome.
Is it still melted?
Yeah. So good.
That's awesome. You know what? I haven't been to a chocolate factory. I did tour a chocolate factory, a Hershey's chocolate factory as a child. That is a great thing to do. Go tour your local chocolate factory. You just eat chocolate. You see it get made. You get hungry. You eat it. You'll learn something. Now that's weird. I wonder why they do that. They just drop it off. It's all neatly organized. This is like one of those things that's like super unsatisfying. Put it in that compilation. You're taking all this neatly organized stuff, OCD people hate this machine. It just drops it off and scrambles it all up. What is the purpose? Why does it drop it a foot? Dents the chocolate.
That was really cool. We learned a
That is a beautiful Easter bunny.
lot about where chocolate comes from, how it's
Called Aachener Street.
I'm ready for the next thing. Aachener Strasse.
And that is like where all the fun bars are. But before we go, there's one more attraction, one more pit stop we have to see before we do that. So the Han Gate is this really cool medieval structure that's kind of right in the middle of the food and restaurant district here in Cologne. There's like a food truck area right behind it, so that's what we just walked through. So you get, you know, a little food on the go, and then you walk through that awesome gate as we just did.
imagine this beautiful looking structure in your town.
Y'all have some nice gates over there. You know what I mean? The Brandenburg Gate and now this. That's a nice gate. I want to see the top of it. Does it have some statues
City.
up top?
America could never.
Oh, that thing was literally for medieval times. It had cannons on top of it.
There's stuff here that
You don't see anything like that in America. That is cool.
you just don't see over
I
there.
feel like that's why we love to see medieval things.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And then after the Han Gate, you walk right into Aachener Strasse, which is where the party begins
Or in
or ends. So something that we've had a few times off camera, but something that we haven't actually talked about on the channel yet, is Doner. So Doner is really big in Germany.
Now, what's the difference between, is that a doner kebab? I always hear doner kebab.
And really all over Europe, we've noticed it's started to grow. It's from Turkish origin, so there are a lot of Turkish immigrants.
Okay, that's the thing with the, yep. And the politicians all line up for the photo op. They're scraping it down. They want to look like they're kind of like working with their hands. They're just one of the common folk. They scrape the doner kebab and get the photo. Yes.
Here in Germany after the war, looking for work. This just became like a very specific
What did I freaking say? Literally, what did I say? Too predictable.
community, and Doner just took off. So Doner is like, even though it is technically Turkish, it's really, really big in Germany. It's almost part of German cuisine. Also with Doner, you usually have Ayran, which is like a
I never heard of this. What is that? It looks like yogurt.
salty yogurt drink. How this is put together, it's put inside this almost kind
Yogurt drink.
of ciabatta roll, and the Doner itself is like this shaved meat. So, really good. It's like what you consider a gyro. So then on top of the Doner meat, you have tzatziki sauce and cabbage. Usually it's red cabbage. They have some regular cabbage in here as well. Truly one of my favorite things. Usually it's more of like a fast food kind of thing, but
And it looks like it's some freshly baked bread. Imagine that. Some nice German freshly baked bread.
this is more of a sit-down place.
All right, I'll watch them take a bite, then I'm moving on.
Let's dig in.
Yes. Good bite. Good American-sized bite right there.
For $1 million idea, open up a Doner place near like a street with a lot of bars in the U.S.
Yeah, do it. Good idea.
Been an eventful day. We've had some Kolsch. We've walked pretty much everywhere in the city. We're
Listen to those bells going. Is that from the cathedral?
dead tired. A guy tries to steal the camera. I think it's all worked out how it's supposed to because we've ended up right here with the sunset coming down over the cathedral. I can't state it enough. This is truly one of the most beautiful cathedrals I've ever seen. Would you agree?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's uncontested. It might be the most beautiful in the world.
I would totally agree. It's so unique, it's striking, it's different, it stands out. It's one that you will remember for a long, long
And
time.
it also looks like a Disney villain is up there with a kidnapped princess. Thank you for watching, guys. That was a really great video. Go check out their channel. And, you know, I skipped over some parts, so you can go watch the full thing if if you'd like to. I'm sure they have plenty of other great videos too. So check out their channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. How about that? Goodbye.